Alrighty, my chicken coops have showed up. Okay, each coop is 2 boxes. I ordered the same coop. I will add the link from Amazon on there, or a screenshot, whatever I get to. So we'll get them open one at a time and start setting them up. Okay, here is box 2 of 2. We got the tarp in this one, instructions, some gloves, I'm assuming some tie wire, bungee cords for the tarp, zip ties for the chicken wire. There's the instructions. There's the main section of poles. We're gonna read the instructions and see where to start and go from there. All right, now mind you, you do get what you pay for. These were pretty large chicken coops made in China for like $310, I think. The bases are only tacked on. The welds don't look terrible. Everything either has galvanized paint or galvanized coating. I can't tell. The cross pieces for the peak. I mean, for what it is, the welds will hold, and our coop's going to be mounted to that building to give it more structure off of the side. All of the connectors for the poles are this push lock spring. So what I'll probably do on all of these connections, I would eventually like to tack weld them together, but for now I've got some of that T-Rex duct tape. I don't know if you ever used it, but it's some good shit. So for this year, we'll sew the edges up, make it a little stronger with that tape. But we're gonna start building the base right now. Got a time-lapse camera set up. I'll give a full review on how I feel about this when it's finished. Okay, first issue I've already ran into. This connector does not have the spring-loaded push pins.
We have a solution.
I went to my bolt bin and found this. I mean, not a big issue, it'll work. So, I mean, in order to make this whole structure stronger, a person could use bolts to bolt it all together. Hi, buddy.
Hi.
You guys finally back here checking it out? You want a hug? Hey, we're almost halfway through the structure. Obviously, it's flimsy because of its design. Once the top is on, it should be more solid. All right, we got the frame up. Time to set up the next one because we're gonna have 2 of these. The next one will be over here. Here is the roll of chicken wire it came with. This chicken wire is obviously not predator proof, but we're going to predator proof around the entire base with some, I can't remember what it's called, but I'll remember in a minute. First coop. Now we got to build the door and door frame. The kit did come with its own wrench, which probably isn't good for much more than what we're using it for. It's pretty cheap, but pretty cool looking. Hardware for the door, lock for the door. I'm assuming these are the hinges for the door. Stakes to tie it down. Might use, might not, we'll see. And I just remembered the wire I ordered for the bottom is called hardware cloth. I will add a screenshot of that to this video right after this. Okay, the structure of chicken coop number 1 is put together. First, I'll go through my list of complaints. Like I said, you get what you pay for. I'll do an overall review. These top bars are only pinched in place by this, so there's a chance of them sliding. Now you will gain a tiny bit of rigidity with everything zip tied together with chicken wire, but chicken wire is not for strength. My second complaint is the size of the gap on the door. I will probably take some of the chicken wire or the other wire I'm getting, and I will run over the door this way because we will obviously open the door outward. So putting the wire as an overlap on the inside will cover that gap from the inside, but that does not stop a small predator like a fox or a mink pushing through from the outside. We'll figure that out as we go. Same with the bottom. These poles are clamped in place with this, but there's nothing going through here to the other side. I mean, once it's clamped down, it's strong enough for chickens. but a strong enough predator could shove through there if it wanted to. My third complaint is the way these are with the pins. I would have thought they were bolt together. Now, a handful of bolts for both of these, you're looking at 30, 40 bucks. You could bolt it all together, knock these springs out. The pin on this side will be able to be mounted to our lean-to and garden shed. So that will add rigidity, obviously. Here is how much the structure moves without chicken wire or being bolted down to anything. Now, like I said, I'll obviously have to put 2x4 or 2 in here for spacing. The rigidity is not that strong. So here's my breakdown on the review. For rigidity of the structure, I give it a 6 out of 10 because all the fittings are, you know, loose and sloppy. But like I said, that could be fixed with bolts and also some really strong tape or welds on the corners. For the connection points, I give it a 9 out of 10 for ease, but a 5 out of 10 for strength. For quality of material, obviously time will tell, but I give it a 6 or 8 out of 10. It appears to be galvanized coating. For securement to the ground, I give it a 4 out of 10 because those pads are tack welded on. They're really thin, they're gonna rust out. And the tie downs are literally 1/8 inch steel rods to put in the ground. And for door structure and frame, I give it 7 out of 10. I mean, like I said, there could be a hole through here to tie this all together. This strap going over the top is perfect because it gives you a good way to center it. The bottom could have used a hole through it. And this gap is a little goofy because obviously you're trying to keep things in and out. But you get what you pay for. This was made in China. It was less than $320. Tomorrow we will put the second one up, and then this weekend we will get it all wired in with the chicken wire it came with and the other wire. I keep forgetting the name of it. And it also came with one tarp that covers one section of the coop. Most likely we will have a section of tarp over the front of the coop on this side and the front of the coop on this side, just to help us with going in and getting eggs, keep this all dry and clean, the other side dry and clean for when we got to go in there. Eventually we will get enough tarp to cover the whole thing. And because we're going to tie these two structures together, we will have extra wire left over because we won't be wiring in this side of this one and this side of the next one. With the leftover wire, I'm going to make a box in the garage to raise the chickens when we get them, because they're going to have to be in the garage for 3 to 5 weeks until it's warm enough and until the chickens have enough feathers. But I will finish this video tomorrow. Actually, I'll finish it Saturday, because tomorrow we're going to put up the next structure, and then Saturday we're going to wire the whole thing up. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.